Stole rats. Okay, so what I decided to do before I put the fuselage aside and start working on the wings is to tackle the baggage compartment. I do have the standard baggage compartment kit, and that brings the baggage from this support back to this support. And it kind of is a slanted back wall, and then it's a honeycomb board that goes in the bottom. And the sides are all made out of fabric. I have that on my Model 5. It's a great baggage compartment setup. It is a little bit small, I guess. I mean, it's not, you know, some people complain about the size of the baggage compartment on Kitfox, but I'm able to take what I need when I go camping in that area, especially with the folding back turtle deck. Allows you to get something the size of this opening right here. You can get into the baggage compartment. The one thing though that doesn't fit is like a rifle or a fishing pole. You know, it's like a two-piece fishing pole, something like that. You have to stick it up into the fuselage or tie it out on the wing or whatever. So I saw that John McBean had done this on his STI model, and I think it's something they offer now, is extended baggage. So there's even tabs in place already here and here, so you can come back another section. But you can also come where it slants up here, there's tabs, so you can actually have it slant all the way up to here. So I could bring the baggage all the way back to this section. Now, of course, you gotta be real careful of that because it's gonna really mess with your CG, so you're not gonna wanna put anything heavy back here. But I would like to have the ability to put something long in the baggage compartment. Okay, so this is basically just the baggage compartment put in real quick. There's some Velcro areas that need to be, the backing needs to be glued to the frame to do the final fitting. Obviously, I'm not going to do that until the fabric's done. So you can see it in place with the honeycomb board on the bottom. So that is basically what you're dealing with for a baggage compartment on the Kitfox. Control rods come up through these slits to the flaperons. It's a very nice baggage compartment the way it sits. Especially if you do the turtle deck that hinges back. Otherwise, this is your loading area through this hole, and that's the big complaint, is you can't put anything very big in there. But I hope you guys can check out some of my other videos when I explain on my Kitfox 5. The turtle deck on my 5, it hinges up. Then you have this huge opening as an access to your baggage compartment. So that's a must-do. You got to do the folding turtle deck. It's key. With this if this folds down, you see these tabs here and here, and then all the way back up here. I'm going to put decking all the way down that joins up here, and that will extend the baggage compartment by that much. So really, at that point, I'm going to get a lot of flack for this, but you're talking bigger baggage compartment than a Super Cub. Now, you don't have the same access to get stuff in there. And you can't do what you can do in a Carbon Cub, where you can take out the back seat, or any Cubs, because you don't have to be a Carbon Cub, and lay down in there, you know, lengthwise. You can't do that in this one because the way the seat works, and this back bulkhead here. So there is limitations with what you can get into it, but if you're gonna run, I mean, that's, I don't know, I can grab a tape measure and measure it, but it's pretty close to 6 feet of baggage if I do this way. So it's gonna be pretty cool to have that, especially for, like I said, for fishing, poles, rifles. I kiteboard, so I've always wanted to be able to throw my kiteboard stuff in here and fly up to Hood River. And I can't fit the kiteboard in there in this baggage, but with this drop down in the back, no problem. So I'm excited to get that done. So that's what I'm going to work with. I got a little partner in the shop today. That's my buddy Luke. How's it going, Luke? All right, so I'm working on these this baggage compartment extension. So you can take a look at what I've got going on here. I went ahead and took the seam out of the bag. You see the back portion of it's dropped down. And I made templates to make the extension back up to this point right here. This is just out of tag board. And then I'm gonna take some more of this Cordura fabric, which is what this is made out of. It's a Cordura 500D if you're interested in the exact kind. I'm gonna make the templates for the sides, then I'll sew the bag in. I should be able to just put the Velcro attachment up around this bar here because the fabric's gonna cover up to this point from this point. So I should be able to Velcro to this. And then the side support for it I haven't figured out yet. So I gotta figure out how to hold that fabric up along the side here. But that's the project for today, doing this baggage extension. The floorboards, I can either go with a birch plywood, anywhere from 3/32 to 1/8, depending on the weight. The other thing I thought about doing is carbon fiber. The price is really expensive. So another thought I had, and I may just play around with it, is I got this, it's kind of like a foam board. There's obviously no strength to it, but it's super light. I was thinking about laying up some fiberglass or carbon and sandwiching this between and vacuum sealing it to get some real lightweight boards to put back there. So I'm going to play around with that and come up with a solution that's lightweight. I did get a delivery from Aircraft Spruce and actually got some Aircraft Spruce. Not really, it's birch. But I got the wood for the baggage compartment floor. And so I've got the templates made for that. Gonna cut that up, get that going in there. All right guys, so before I pull this out, I just wanted to show you what I did is I made templates on all sides of the baggage compartment. The side panel only did one because it's repeatable. It'll be the same both left and right. And then the back piece, bottom pieces will be both fabric underneath, and then the wood will go on top, just like in the main baggage compartment where you've got the fabric underneath the board. So gotta do the same thing as that all falls down, taking it out anyways. So I'll take those, I'm gonna cut the material, the Cordura, out and then sew up the sock that goes in there. Alright guys, so finishing up this baggage compartment, what I ended up doing is putting a piano hinge in the back of the main support and created some birch plywood panels. They'll go in here like this. Okay, you see the seams came out really nice on that. Now you guys will notice this fabric here. This is the peel ply and it comes off. It's still on there to protect the fiberglass, but I pulled it back so I could mount the hinge. And then you can see the way it's mounted on the bottom. Lines up real nice. And then underneath this side, there's these tabs that will need to be drilled, and then that board will be fastened. If there's a baggage sock in here, putting a screw through it with a nut on the back is not going to work. There's no way to get under here unless I do access holes and then take two people to do it. No point in that. So all these screws for the back plates, I'm going to put riv nuts in there to hold those screws. I've got some, they're not keyed. I'd prefer a keyed one for this application. So I may hold off and order some through Aircraft Spruce that are keyed, because these panels will come in and out, not very often, but they will come in and out. And if you get one of those riv nuts spinning and I can't get that out, put the fabric on, you don't have a whole lot of options. So I'm going to leave that set up the way it is for now, and then I'll get the riv nuts ordered with the key and put those in, and then those plates will be able to come in and out no problem. But you can see the final product there. Well, almost final. This is the standard baggage floor, and then this piece and this piece are the extended. Alright guys, pulling a late nighter here. Got to get this baggage compartment done, checked off the list, and I'm pretty much there. So here's how the fabric came out. This is the factory sock up to this point, and then this is what I added out this direction. It velcros up and around this support, which will be fine because the fabric's going to come across to the razorback. I put some supports to hold the side up. I may attach those. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do to fasten those, but I think I can put them on with some Model clamps there. You can see the wooden decking's all done and in. It came out really nice. I'm pretty happy with it. Gives me almost 6 feet, so it's substantially bigger than the stock version. So you can see it does go uphill at the end, so that's just for long tubes or like fishing pole tube, snowboard, stuff like that. Fit in there no problem. So real happy with how that came out, and this is what I like about starting from where I started. I get to make those decisions. If I want to make a big old baggage compartment, that's totally my decision. And I love that. So I'm having fun doing it. It's about 10 o'clock. Wife already hit the sack. So tomorrow I'm going to start in on the cowling. And there's a bit of a story behind that. So I'll cover that one tomorrow. So yeah, you guys sleep tight.